out there, but he's obviously expending a little bit of nervous energy there, Distinctly Secret. It's good to see, actually, most of the horses there are quite calm behind the stalls there, Bruce.
Will Holly Orders jump for the young boy? I mean, he refused to gallop at Sandown, but he's got him to the post all right.
Well, there's no way a tractor with 2 blokes on it can go out chasing him to get him to gallop like was required at track work the other morning, Bruce. It's too late for all that. There's Grey Song. Well up in the bidding this year, Grey Song, and Jardine's Lookout, the other international galloper there, with Daryl Holland on board. He seems quite relaxed there, just needing a little bit of encouragement to go in, but he's gone in quite nicely.
So they're just about set for the Tui's new Melbourne Cup. Let's join our commentator from Sky Channel, Greg Miles.
Stand by. Holy Orders away. So is Piace, Mill Street, and Zagalia. Fantastic stood well on the inside. Yakama's right now. Holy Orders links in. They're about to go. Piace's right. 2 to get set then. Mill Street coming up, has the red cap, Patrick Payne. He's just a little reluctant to come up into the gates, Mill Street. He's become excited by the big crowd. Patrick now getting Mill Street up into the line near the outside.
Thanks, Bud.
And Zagalia will complete the lineup. In she comes. The field is set for the Cup. They're racing immediately. Marmul began okay. So did Jardine's Lookout and County Tyrone. Frightening jump well. So did Fantastic in the early stages. And Ain't Seen Nothing's going across the field with Zagalia from the outside barrier, driving towards the front runners as they settle into stride. Turmeric and Mill Street is also joining in up on the outside of these leading bunch of horses as they've settled into stride. Now let's see, towards the end of the field, Holy Orders went right back there with Piace. They come down the straight the first time, and from barrier 24, Zagalia crossed over and had the lead against the fence in front of Mamul up in second placing. On the outside is Mill Street about to go around at stablemate, and then Frightening tucked in on the rails, followed then by Shapata. County Tyrone on the outside, followed by Farwas. Half a length away to Ain't Seen Nothing, and then came Fantastic, followed by Bulbard. A length and a half Devon on the inside from Turmeric. 2 lengths Makybe Diva. She's being followed then by Big Pat as they leave the straight, and then Hugs Dancer. She's Archie on the rail, followed by Jardine's Lookout and Yakama. And then came Grey Song, Mr. Prudent, Distinctly Secret. Holy Orders second last, and Piace is last of all. Inside the 2,000 metres, and Mill Street strides out now, and he goes away by 3 lengths. Zagalia 2.5 lengths away is Mamul third. Frightening fourth on the inside, and then came Shapata fifth. Closely being followed by County Tyrone, a length to Farwas. 3/4 to Ain't Seen Nothing, followed by Fantastic. There's Hugs Dancer off and running at the 1,700 metres, being followed then at the head of the other horses by Bulbard. And Jardine's Lookout is also taking off mid-race. They're followed by Devon and Turmeric, a length and a half further back in the field, Makybe Diva. And then came Big Pat on the inside. 1.5 further back is Yakama, being followed out towards the 1,400 metres then by She's Archie, and then came Grey Song, a length and a half to Mr. Prudent. He's followed by Distinctly Secret. Holy Orders next to last, and last on the outside, Piace. At the 1,200 metres, and Mill Street made play in the Cup. He's out by 4 lengths. Zagalia second, Marmul 2 lengths away third, followed by Frightening. Hugs Dancers moved up to fifth, the outside from County Tyrone Shapata. Then came Jardine's Lookout, a length to Ain't Seen Nothing, Farwas, and then Bulbard, trailed by Fantastic. 1.5 further back is Turmeric, and then came Devon. Makybe Diva 15 at least from the leader, trailed by She's Archie, and they were followed then by Mr. Prudent and Grey Song. Well back is Big Pat and Yakama as they came to the turn, and then came Piace. Holy Orders drops out last. They're on the bend at the 600 metres now, and Mill Street the leader. Out after it, Zagalia, Frightening, and Hugs Dancer joins in 4 wide. Just behind them is Mamul as they corner from County Tyrone, and then Jardine's Lookout. Here comes Grey Song down the outside, and Yakama the widest runner. Zagalia at the 300, Frightening with Makybe Diva going for a run. She's finishing hard, and wider out now, Fantastic is joining in, and She's Archie runs on, but Makybe Diva shot away. She's out by 2 lengths to She's Archie. Fantastic and Zagalia. Makybe Diva in front. She's Archie tries hard, but Makybe Diva wins the Cup. She's Archie second. Photo third, either Fantastic or Jardine's Lookout with Devon for Was Piace Turmeric. Well back is Boulevard, followed further back by Shepherder, and Mill Street is second last. Mamool has finished last in the Cup. Makybe Diva has won the Melbourne Cup. Stand by for judges' official placings. Makybe Diva becomes the 14th mare in history to win the Melbourne Cup. She gives Glen Boss his first. He came so agonisingly close on Champagne in 1998, but he's won the Cup today for Flemington trainer David Hall. Number 12, Makybe Diva, with a beautifully well-timed run. Second has gone to 17. She's Archie, written by Scott Seamer. And third, number 1, Jardines Lookout has grabbed third, written by Daryl Holland in the photo finish, just in advance of Fantastic in 4th place.
What a training performance by David Hall, who's with Peter Donegan.
David Hall, the crowning moment has just happened. A great horse, a great preparation, a brilliant result.
I don't know what to... Oh, jeez. It's an unbelievable feel. Just can't get the words out. I'm sorry.
It's been 12 months in the making too. You've aimed her at this race all along from probably Queen Elizabeth Stakes Day last year.
That's right, and Stuart doesn't have to for anything. 12 months playing with horses. Just no pressure from the owner. Just do what you want, you know. Question mark about the autumn prep. Question mark about not running her again. She had 7,000 kilometres under her belt. Everyone questioned that. But it's only one goal. We pulled it off. It was unreal.
I said to you earlier in the day, Flemington horses love to run at Flemington. Flemington trainers love to win Flemington races. You've won the biggest of them all.
I'd love to do it again. It's a hell of a feeling, boys. It's amazing. It's amazing. Oh, yeah. Fantastic. What about Tony? What a great supporter he's been, and for him to pull it off today.
And what a story too for the man in the saddle, Glen Boss, who was almost paralysed in a race ball. Why don't you listen to what he has to say, as the rest of Australia does? Here is the winning rider with John Letts, Glen Boss.
Okay, Glenn, what about that, Makybe Diva? So close on Champagne, and today there'll be plenty of champagne tonight.
Oh, mate, that's all forgotten now, I tell you.
What about
on you, Holly? I love you, mate.
What a great day. Your history now, Glenn. You've won the Derby for David Hall.
Yeah.
Also won the Melbourne Cup for him. And what about, I remember talking to you after the Melbourne Cup when you ran second on Champagne. You said it's the worst couple of weeks I had after it because I thought, what did I do wrong today? You can sleep well tonight.
Mate, I never slept for a week after Melbourne Cup. But that, yeah, and I reckon I won't sleep for 2 after this bastard, I tell you.
Hey, Glenn, what about, you've won some big races, but what about this one?
Oh, mate, this is very special for me because David Hall, I mean, God, I just feeling I can't give that bloke enough credit. And I lost a race here on Royal Coat for Tony a couple of years ago. And I dropped my stick on the horse. I probably should have won the race. And he stuck solid, you know. I've got to thank him very much.
Glenn, what about, take us through the race from your gate.
Mate, I got one off the fence. I just had the perfect run, mate. It was like I was in the zone, you know. It was just all happening for me. And I just got the best run through. I rode it like what you would have, Letty, I'm telling you.
Hey, Glenn, what about when you got to the 200 and you hit the front, did you think, now what's this?
Well, I got there so easy and I had such a soft run, and she's so stoutly bred. I knew she'd run it strong, and oh, but that's a long friggin' furlong, isn't it, Letty?
Mate, it's the longest furlong in the world. Congratulations. Glen Boss, ladies and gentlemen, Makybe Diva. What a worthy winner. Good on you,
Over
buddy.
the moon. So we've just seen what winning a Melbourne Cup means to a trainer and a jockey graphically.
Yes, they'll remember that to their dying days, and just a wonderful ride. And Bruce, what a great training performance. I love this. That horse, as I said before the race, she won during the Cup Carnival last year. David Hall would have set it for today 12 months ago, and it has come home to roost at the right time.
Just the perfect ride. And this horse, Makybe Diva, was able to challenge Zagalia at the right time. Grey Song looked a chance, Frightening was weakening. She's Archie was starting to emerge from the ruck, and just here you thought, well, there could be a boil over.
Yeah, she was big odds, She's Archie. She ran a nice race the other day, and from rural Victoria, Darren Weir, the trainer there, that would have been a huge boil over.
Look at Jardines Lookout. taking Fantastic out of third place. Fantastic was fourth, and fifth went to Zagalia, who hung on really well.
On barrier 24, Bruce.
Mares, well, Greg Miles said a 14th mare to have won the Cup. That's in 140-odd years. 5 in the last 15 have won, and they've provided the Quinella today,
yes,
1 and 2.
And just a fantastic training performance, because David Hall, he's nearly got first and third. Of course, he's trained first and fourth in the Melbourne Cup. Just wonderful stuff.
Glenn was second on Champagne in 98. He's ridden for David Hall in the last 2 Cups, fourth on Karazi 2 years ago, and fifth on Fantastic last year. So today, he's up to first. And what about Tony Zantic, the owner here? He's got 9 horses running around Australia today, 2 at Echuca in country Victoria. He tried to back this horse to win $1 million at the call of the card yesterday. He's backed it to win $700,000. He backed it at 50 to 1 earlier in the spring. He bred her himself. He tried to sell her in England. Didn't get more than 5,000 guineas. He brought the horse back to Australia, and this is the end result.
And he's got about 100 of them at home too, Bruce. In Port Lincoln, he's a tuna fisherman by trade. Must be a very good industry, the tuna industry, Bruce, and by jingo, it's going to be a big night in Port Lincoln.
As Peter Donegan said, Glen Boss's riding career looked to be over. He had a very serious back neck injury. It looked to be the end of what was a very promising and almost fulfilled career. But unless you win the Tooheys New Melbourne Cup as a jockey, you are never fulfilled in this country. He has completed that today.
He has, Bruce. He's never looked like winning a jockey's premiership, Bruce, but he's won big races all over the country for the last decade, and well, a very cool ride there. I mean, everything did go right. The oceans opened up for him in the straight, but very cool, very patient, drove her through there at about the 200-metre mark, and she has won running away, really.
Probably the other big story is that Godolphin finished second last and last, we believe. Marmoul and Mill Street.
Yes, well, another year, I guess, for them. Marmoul seemed to travel okay, but facing the breeze the way he did, that is not easy over 2 miles. And, of course, Mill Street seemed to run his race before the race.
And here's the winner, and he can hardly contain himself here, Glen Boss. He's an emotional guy, and it's all his dreams have come true. His family's with him here in Melbourne. He loves coming to Melbourne, seeing the sights of the town. He really laps up the whole atmosphere that surrounds this Cup with Derby Day and the Oaks and the other lead-up races. Is he going to try a star jump? I'm not sure.
Possible. People may wonder about the name Makybe Diva. It's made up of the Christian names of the girls that work in the office of Tony Santich, the owner.
We met them earlier today.
He didn't do the star jump.
Well, with a bad back, can you blame him?
No. In the old days, Bruce, you couldn't really touch a jockey until after they'd weighed out, Bruce, but I think after a Melbourne Cup, the stewards are a little bit forgiving.
And once again, Caulfield Cup form holds up pretty well. This horse was a slashing run in the Cup in 4th place. Hasn't started since. And David Hall's father, Joe, a really well-respected trainer back in South Australia. He, like David, I think would have a tear in his eye right now.
That's right, and Greg Hall, of course, a Melbourne Cup winning jockey, a cousin, I think, of David, the trainer. A great racing name, the Hall family in Australia. There's jockey and trainer embracing after the race, and 2 great guys, and well done.
Congratulations. 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 Woohoo! Yes!
You beauty. I've just won the Melbourne Cup. Remember Damien Oliver on Doremus, but that's the feeling here. Is there a better walk in racing?
I wouldn't have thought so, Bruce, and just making sure that no lead's falling out of the saddle as he climbs on board there. And hopefully it'll tally up to about 51 kilos.
Thank you.
Bossy.
They won the Derby here with Hit the Roof, this combination, Hall and Boss, in 2000, and this is even bigger and better. Peter Donegan with Glen Boss.
Glen Boss, 14 months ago, it would have been enough for you just to ride again. Now you're a Melbourne Cup winner.
Oh, mate, honestly, I said to Letzi, I've won a lot of big races and the feeling's always great, but I'm lost for words. The feeling I've got, it's just, my whole body's just tingling, and now I know what Ollie and them felt, last year, and when he's won cups, and they can't tell you, but until you win one yourself, I tell you what, that last 200 metres is the longest 200 metres I've ever been through.
The ride of your life?
Mate, I give her such a good ride. I'm not rapping myself, but she gave me a great ride throughout the race, and I just stayed towards the fence, and the runs just kept coming. It was just like I was in the zone. I just, everywhere I went, it was happening for me. It was just like it was meant to be, and I've got a lot to thank Tony, the owner, and David for getting this horse such a great prep.
Just finally, do you realise now for the rest of your life, wherever you go in this country, they're going to be pointing at you and saying, that guy rode a Melbourne Cup winner?
I know I'll be pointing at myself tonight. I'll give you the...
Well done, Bossy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, the winners are grinners, and Makybe Diva. And just a note about She's Archie. We did a story on Darren Weir earlier today. He's about to become a dad again. He's been suspended. He's on appeal, and this She's Archie second today. But this is Makybe Diva, who today writes her name into the record books with a stunning win in the Tui's new Melbourne Cup. Coming from the middle of the field, Glen Boss with an inspired ride. David Hall, one of our top trainers, goes up yet another notch and joins the other trainers who have had their name written on the cup. What a race. Conclusive, satisfying, fulfilling.
Metres now, and Mill Street the leader. Out after it, Zagalia, frightening, and Hugs Dancer joins in 4 wide. Just behind them is Mamool as they corner from County Tyrone, and then Jardine's Lookout. Here comes Grace on down the outside, and Yakama the widest runner. Zagalia at the 300, frightening with Makybe Diva going